It's currently November in Wisconsin, and of course that means that we get hit with a random blizzard. So I sat down and decided to have a little bit of a snow day and play the new Fortnite season. And I gotta say, this game is just Ready Player One, but in real life, in a game. You get what I'm saying. It's kind of weird, at least for me personally, the sort of like evolution that Fortnite has gone through, at least again in my perspective. I remember way back in the day, it was like so cringe to play Fortnite. Like when I was in like high school, middle school, people would talk about, you know, like how garbage it was, how cringe it was, you know, they bring up the dances and all that type of stuff.
Hey, who likes Fortnite?
And it really wasn't until I was in college when my band and we would all play it after practice and just kind of dick around and have a good time in Fortnite. And I kind of became addicted to it. Like really, I have over 500 hours in this game. I'd come home from work, I would play until, you know, I had to go to bed, and then that would sort of be my evening. It's really bizarre how much I find myself enjoying Fortnite now as a 23-year-old man, as opposed to when I was arguably in the target audience, which was, you know, like that 13, 14, 15-year-old kind of range. At first, I was kind of like, oh, I don't know why I feel this way now, but I totally get it. It's because of their collaborations that they've done. Arguably, everyone knows Fortnite because of the meme, oh, it's the guy from Fortnite, it's the girl from Fortnite, it's the thing from Fortnite.
It's clobbering time.
And what really kind of sealed the deal for me was when they added Godzilla to Fortnite. Go figure. Fast forward to today, this is the first Fortnite event that I've ever played, so you're kind of just getting like my raw thoughts here. But I was blown away by just how many recognizable IPs were present in this. It actually made me think, like, Jesus, how many companies did they have to go through for this? You had Power Rangers, so right there, that's Saban, right? You have Godzilla, that's Toho, and I'm guessing Warner Brothers, since it is the MonsterVerse design. You know, you had Iron Man show up, so that's Disney right there. It's insane to me how many IPs were involved in this. And it just makes me think of Ready Player One, which literally also had everything ever made in that movie and in the book as well. Quality aside for either one of those IPs, I just think that it's just nuts that this is kind of where we are right now, and that this is modern gaming for better or for worse.
If you got no one, just move. I want to see some movement. I'm not seeing enough movement.
Now, I kind of want to talk a little bit about the event because it's really weird. Creatively, it's like it knows it's stupid and it doesn't necessarily take itself too seriously, but at the same time, there are some moments in this that are just so cool. They outright parody Avengers Endgame, the ending with the portals, and then they also parody Lord of the Rings Return of the King with Jonesy, I think is his name, running into battle just like Aragorn did. So it's like when I see stuff like that, my brain goes, the people making this are very obviously fans of the original properties, which is really cool. You know, it's great that that's what's happening. And at the same time, with Godzilla mainly, because I think out of all these properties, I'm the biggest fan of Godzilla. You know, I imagine Ishiro Honda and Eiji Tsuburaya making Godzilla in 1954, and then like, you know, I travel back in time and I show this to them. I think their brains would just explode. I'm not even joking.
We like Fortnite! We like Fortnite! We like Fortnite!
The general premise for this, I don't really understand Fortnite lore, but, you know, they're in the Simpsons world, they're in Springfield, and then they have to teleport back to their original world, I think, and they're talking about, like, demons and Superman, and you're just kind of like, what is going on? But eventually, you end up getting teleported to like this 1950s one. You get teleported to Fall Guys, which is pretty funny. You become the rapper Playboi Carti, which was also just hilarious, because whenever I think of Playboi Carti, I just immediately think of that subreddit and just how unhinged it is. But eventually you get to the main set piece where you fight this multi-armed kind of monster, and it's crazy. You have Megazord there, Godzilla, King Kong, Iron Man, like, it blew my mind. It honestly did. And I think a good reason as to why is because it made me feel like a little kid again, playing with toys from all different IPs, because as a kid, you're not worried about that stuff. You know, you're not thinking as a kid like, Iron Man and Batman would never meet because they're in two separate universes. You just took the two toys and you mashed them together, and that That's what you did. So as it kind of goes on, you get a lot of interesting set pieces. And honestly, I think some of these are executed better than most modern movies that are made today. I know that sounds insane because this is Fortnite.
Fortnite.
But when the bride from Kill Bill shows up, it's peak. You're like getting destroyed by this tentacle, not like that, perverts. And you start to hear the riff, and then all of a sudden Kill Bill rides in on a motorcycle and saves you, and then you and Kill Bill are riding through this whole battle sequence.
Get on.
Beavis and Butthead are there for like 2 seconds. You see like the Power Rangers. It's just like, this is insanity. I know I keep saying insane, but like, I think my brain was just broken by this. I really do think so. As a Godzilla fan too, it's just like, oh man, it's so cool seeing Godzilla and Kong team up to fight this monster. Like that just like, it's just something in my brain. I don't know why, but it just does. And in all honesty, it feels a lot like a continuation of The New Empire, which is the most recent MonsterVerse movie. You know, like you see Godzilla kind of jump up and tackle the monster just like he would do in that movie. But I don't know. I had a lot of fun with this, and I just kind of wanted to like put the camera up and talk about it because it's such a weird experience for me personally. Something funny too that happened that actually pissed me off was when the event kind of ended and then they're like playing a video for the next season or chapter or whatever it's called, and my game froze.
Throughout history, the 0 point has secretly connected civilizations.
And I thought for a second, oh, this is going to be like, you know, someone's going to like hack in, like Nostalgia Critic style.
Don't do it, Critic! Obscurus Lupa?
But as I sat there longer and longer just looking at a still frame, I kind of realized, no, my game just froze and it crashed. Like you go on Twitter, there's people being like,
what the fuck? The game just crashed. What do I fucking do?
And they're pissed and they're raging after just saying how peak this event was. Eventually I restarted this, and then when 6 popped up, and then I see 6, 7, it just made me want to punch a hole through my TV.
6, 7. I'm such a fat fucking chud.
But looking at the new season, I couldn't care less. Full transparency. I'm not too sure what they're going for. I usually hate the battle passes that have like no recognizable characters in there. Like if it's just some white guy with like brown hair and like glasses and that they're like, this is the skin that you can unlock. It's like, I couldn't care less, you guys. The Simpsons one was a fantastic battle pass. You know, pretty much every single one had a recognizable character, and if it didn't, then it was still one that I would want to play as. I think that's kind of a good way to like gauge if a battle pass is good or not. You know, if there's at least 75% of the skins in there and they're decent and I want to play as a good battle pass. But the Simpsons one was fantastic. Might actually be my favorite if I'm being completely honest here. So I'm curious to see what they're going to do for this next one. At this point, it's almost like, what can't they do? Because they've already done everything. Every major IP has gotten a battle pass at this point. I mean, like, maybe I'm just kind of thinking off the top of my head. Doctor Who, Star Trek, you know, like, are we gonna get like that nerdy? Are we gonna go into like Stargate? Don't get me wrong, I dig it, but at the same time, it's like, I think Fortnite has almost reached a point where everything and everyone has been in the game at some point. I guess we're gonna do South Park, you know, like, I think I heard something about that on Twitter, but otherwise, what else is left? And this kind of just got me thinking more in general now about the state of media and the state of entertainment. It's like, is this sort of the end point? Is this where everything's sort of like, we're gonna reach a new era almost of storytelling? Because what is this? This is noise. Obviously, nostalgia aside, and my love for these characters aside, it's ridiculous. You know, if I were to show this to my dad, I think he'd keel over and have a heart attack. And it's like, is this just entertainment now, where you're gonna take all these recognizable characters and just throw them at the screen and have them all in one big action set piece, and then that's it? I don't know, maybe I'm looking too far into this. It quite literally was a free event that was just made available to us, and it's like, what more do you want? I don't know. It just got me thinking more kind of introspectively, and it's like, for me personally, this wasn't thought-provoking, but yet I enjoyed it. It's dumb popcorn fun. Who knows? So if you're one of those people that played this, let me know your thoughts down below in the comments. I very much want to know. Big thank you to channel members. Their names are listed right up here on screen. I just put out a short film. It's called Shadows. Go and check it out. I'll have it as a end screen thing here. Whatever. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Cole McCormick. This is Firewood Media, and I will see you in the next one. Peace out.